Hello, and welcome to Cheers, That's One Woman's Opinion. I am your host, Carolyn Mills. Today we continue the week long tribute to James Burrows, the goat of multi camera sitcom directing. Today we are watching Frasier, the reboot pilot episode. And let's go ahead and get that started. Tomorrow will be the final viewing, and I believe it's at 9. I have to get up to check it afterwards because I brilliantly left the paper over there. My dogs are on my lap. So let's watch it, and then we'll take a little field trip over to the desk and check it out. I'll be good. And as always, I have to mute the music because they're going to block it out anyway. And this title is called The Good Father. You may remember the original Frasier. It was called The Good Son. Let's go ahead and get it started. Alright, so it's a commercial right now. Oh, I can skip the commercial, it says. Good. Skipping the commercial. Chowing down on a rice cake. It's tomato and basil. Really good. I like the little ones better, but it's not bad. Kelsey Grammer had just come in. That's why you heard applause. Because, of course, she's now played this part for, well, by the end of this season, he's done 22 years. I'll play the part of Frasier Crane. And we have some new cast members here. Nicholas Lyndhurst as Alan Cornwall. He calls him Corny. And not you may remember at the end, if you watch Frasier, at the end of the series, Daphne and Niles had a baby that they named David. And David is in this, and his real name is Anders Keith. And David was actually named after another Cheers person, David Angle, who was killed in the 9/11 attacks. He was one of the bigger writers for the series. He also wrote for the original Frasier. And I wasn't paying attention to the credits. I don't know if we saw the director's name yet or not. I may need to switch it. Based on the character Frasier Crane created by Glenn and Les Charles. Based on the series created by and David Engel's name was listed. I really like David's character. Oh, here it is. Directed by James Burrows. That up there. Okay, so also, I apologize if you're missing this because I had to change it to make it earlier due to conflict because two of the kids that I tutor, they're twins, they had to rearrange their schedule, and they asked if I could switch it. So at the last moment, I had to do that because I try to help as much as I can. So this is earlier, supposed to be originally at 5, I think, and now it's supposed to be at 6, and now it's at 4:30. So in this series, we also have Frederick. Well, now he's going by Freddy. Oh, what happened here? Oh dear. No, I don't want that. Okay. That was weird. I don't know what that was. Something from here at Packard interrupted. Hopefully everything is okay here. It's still alive, so I think we're good. There's a poster that says Boston's calling, are you listening? Kind of funny, because Cheers being in Boston, and then he went to St. Louis to where did he go? Capital Washington. Holy cow! Well, he was in Washington somewhere. Seattle. He was in Seattle, where his radio tagline was "Are you listening?" And now he's back in Boston, so kind of nice little play. Oh, and here we have Freddie, and Freddie is played by Jack Cutmore Scott. Of course, there have been various people that have played Freddie over the years, but on the series. So Freddie dropped out of um, medical school. Who he didn't want to be a psychiatrist like his parents, and he actually became a firefighter. Frasier keeps comparing him to Lilith, saying he's just like his mother. He just made reference to Martin Crane. Um, John Mahoney passed away in 2018, so obviously so did Martin Crane. Frasier has just met Eve, played by Jess Salguero. I know a lot of people did not like this incarnation of Frederick because he's so nothing like his parents, and they kind of would like to have had seen one of the cheer. Well, that Cheers Frederick was only like a little kid, so but maybe the Frasier Frederick, but none of the original Fredericks came. Totally different Frederick. I like this guy. I understand a lot of people are not like their parents, so it makes sense to me. And we still have the card things. So Cornwall drinks and is usually drunk. And we have another new character. Well, aside from Fraser on the show, everybody's new. Olivia Finch, played by Tox Olagundoy. I think that's how you say her name. Cornwall works there too. He just announced he had tenure. And Fraser's just kind of substituting. She wants Frasier to teach there. So they're now going to the bar. People are upset with this because it wasn't the Cheers bar and they're in Boston. But new thing. And I don't know the name of this bar, or if they even tell. He just made reference to Cheers. He said he spent too much time in a certain bar. I'm not sure why they don't name it. It can't be a copyright issue because all the creators did this too. Frasier doesn't know why Frederick did not go to Martin's funeral. Okay, we will find that out later. This is my dog Elvis. The man's getting tired. I can tell he's trying to get to his blankie. Hold on. He's a good boy. He gets tired. He likes to be snuggled. Now the dog is curled up on my lap sleeping. Yeah, this is bad, Jerry. Another title card says, "Guess who's coming to dinner?" Frasier's desperately trying to spend time with with Frederick. I absolutely love this character, David. He is very much like Niles. All these people just keep showing up. He said no more unexpected guest. Steve came in and he said that one's not mine. Frasier told David that he reminds him of his mother because of Daphne, because he's always optimistic and he's putting eye drops in. And he said, "Can you not put eye drops in when we're having a nice moment?" Or I think those are something along those lines. Frasier thinks that his son and Eva are dating. David has a laminated card of his food allergies, and the ones in red are fatal. That was cute. Much like Niles. So we have Olivia and Cornwall here are trying to convince Frasier not to go to Paris but to stay there and teach at Harvard. And then we have Frasier trying to figure out what's going on with his son, who he thinks is dating somebody and possibly had a baby with. Frederick is not quite sure why his dad is there because all they do is fight because of their differences. And David is just comic relief at this point, really, because he's just a goof. Terrible goof, but he's a goof, let's face it. He's a teen, he's in college. I think he's probably maybe 18, 19, early college years. I don't think he's in his 20s yet, but I'm not sure. Cornwall's only interested in drinking. That's why he's there. This is a very cool picture behind Frasier. Hold on, my ear just. Let me turn this around. Oh wait till they go back. So I like this picture behind Frasier. Just gonna see that picture up there. I like that. Oh. Eve just told Frasier that he raised one heck of a son. He said he's smart, strong, and brave, and he's always been there for us. Frasier has noticed that she said he's always been there for us, and he's now analyzing the us. Cornwall just said it. I believe she had a baby with a fireman. And now Frasier's excited because he believes he's a grandfather. But he doesn't understand why Frederick was afraid to tell him. I was dozed off. Poor Frederick always feels like he's being judged by his father. And Cornwall is still drinking, because that's what he does. He's like the norm of this version of Boston, with a British accent. Frederick says they haven't been close in a long time and they're different. I think he forgot about the Klingon speech. He's asking about the funeral, why I wasn't there. This is kind of a touching scene. I'm going to turn it quickly so you can see the two of them. So there's Frasier and there's Frederick. It's a touching scene here. We learn Eve is actually the girlfriend, I think he just said, of the fireman who was killed while fighting a fire. We also learned he was very close to Martin, so he felt alone because he didn't have Martin to talk to. Martin left the flag. I told you this was a touching scene. Frasier apologized for letting his son down. And it says, "Oh, what fresh start is this?" Which is kind of a reference to the Frasier catchphrase that he used to say in Frasier, "Oh, what fresh hell is this?" They want to get closer together, and Frasier has gotten the apartment across the hall. However, he's not renting, he has bought the whole building. He has money, Frederick. Lots and lots of money. Frederick's a little concerned about his father owning the building. He wants Frederick to live with him, and he says if they all agree, they'll get their rent free. It says, in loving memory of Gabriel James and. Sorry, I had to go back. I would remind this temporarily because I missed the end. The last name that was on here. So just going back temporarily. Unless the other name was that was written. And then I'm going to turn to see the John. So you guys can see the tribute to John Mahoney. Frederick is not for this. Alright, so let me turn it here so you can see it. And Archie Lyndhurst. So here's John Mahoney. And John Mahoney, 1940 2018. Nice little tribute to him. I really enjoyed that. Nature of the Baby. So I have to stop it because they're playing tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and we can't listen to the music. It always takes it off. Alright, so now, before I go, I said I would let you guys know. Elbow. Dog's elbow. Dookie, I gotta get up. You gotta get down, honey. Hey, just wait for my dog to get down so I can get up. And we're gonna go on a field trip. Because I forgot the paper. Gotta love live. Turn that up a little bit. So the podcast tomorrow will be live at 9 a.m. And we're watching James Burrows' final directing episode, Mid-Century Modern. And that will begin, as I said, 9 a.m. So we'll hopefully see you then.